This is probably the biggest thing to happen to Leica M, and possibly the best. Controversial? I know, but hear me out. But first, this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Set up your own website with a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first order with the link below.
Yes, so Leica, full of history and traditions, it would be almost blasphemous to change the whole M recipe because it's been unchanged for like 70 years. They had a 70 years anniversary last year, like celebrating 70 years of not changing basically. I mean, if you look at the M3, the first M, and then the M11 right now, not much different. But this is going to tear things up. It's the EV1. What a catchy name, isn't it?
Yeah, second thing that annoyed me today.
What? Why are you so annoyed?
First, you're holding this, and then secondly, rangefinder with no rangefinder.
Oh. Well, that's the thing.
It's a mirrorless now.
I mean, even on Leica's website, they say the rangefinder is the heart of the M. So they've ripped the heart out of the M.
Yeah, low heart.
Does the M EV1 still have soul?
I'm not sure I 100% agree with Leica about the rangefinder being the heart of M. Rangefinders are not all that unique. For me, the heart of the M is the lenses. Compact, beautifully made, impeccable image rendering. The trouble is, there's plenty of glass-hearted M purists out there, and I once would have considered myself so.
But hold on there. I've only just accepted that it's got live view. That's not going to electronic viewfinders. It's a Leica M after all.
I can't help it. There's no way I'm putting an Olympus VF2 on this camera. There's a far more comfortable, conventional method of framing shots. 2013 Kai would have despised an EVF-only M, but it's 2025 now, so what's it really like?
For those that rely purely on numbers, it is a 5.76 million dot, 60 FPS, 0.76 times magnification, 100% accuracy finder. And specs-wise, that is the same as the Q3 and the SL3, albeit with the FPS. This is 60 FPS, those can do 120 FPS. What's important, however, is that it looks good. Maybe not as good as seeing as it with my actual eye, but yeah, it's good.
Apart from the shock factor of a non-rangefinder M, the rest of it feels quite familiar.
So other than the EVF, inside it's practically an M11, so you've got 60 megapixels, Maestro 3 processor, same dynamic range, same everything, it's just you don't have a rangefinder. In fact, even the size of it, somehow they still make it the same size. I guess this is an M11 body just without a rangefinder. They managed to fit an EVF in exactly the same place. So in terms of image quality, it will be just like SL3, Q3, M11. It is partially like a Q3 and partially like an M11.
It's got the forward-thinking feel of the Q3 fused with the traditional M features, like the frameline preview lever can be used to zoom in 1.3 times or 1.8 times, making use of the croppability of 60 megapixels. Although the digital zoom is probably less important on an interchangeable lens body like the M EV1.
If they had babies together, you know, this would be the product of it. Screw purists. It's 2025. It's still available. Buy the M11 then.
Look, the M EV1 is not replacing anything, it's providing an alternative option, so it doesn't need to please anyone. This camera could open up the M system to a load of users with 6K to spend who thought the rangefinder was too big a barrier of entry. But having said that, whatever the finder, it still has to be fit for purpose.
The thing is, having a good finder, having good resolution, having a nice, clear and crisp finder is very important when you're using manual focus lenses. I mean, with an M, it's quite simple. You just have that overlapping double image and you just overlap one image to the other and then boom, it's in focus. But with mirrorless cameras, it's different because you have to rely purely on the focus aids like magnification and peaking. This one, the M EV1, is kind of no different in that it's got peaking and magnification.
The thing is, mirrorless cameras are auto-focusing system cameras. It doesn't need to make the manual experience in any way superior. The M EV1 is manual focus only. It absolutely needs to excel with the implementation of the focusing aids. So how is it different?
it's got a button next to the shutter button, and that brings up magnification, which makes manual focusing just that little bit easier. But how this differs to other bog standard mirrorless cameras is that this is still coupled to lens, so it actually brings up the magnification without pressing the button, just by twisting that focus ring.
Is that not annoying?
It is a bit annoying, but you can switch it off, so you can have that button to magnify it. However, I don't think either of them are necessarily the best.
You want one on your thumb, don't you? Like all the other cameras have.
Yeah, no.
Like generally,
That's true, actually.
it should be
It's
right
true.
there where your
It's
thumb
true.
is.
I wish the little wheel here had a little kind of press in.
Yeah, like Panasonic.
Yeah. Well.
Let's face it, the Q3 will most likely be used for your posh holiday photos. Anything M for street. So what better test than to use a 50mm f1, which is already challenging with a rangefinder to nail focus, to see if I can focus it with the M EV1.
I feel like it's not quite quick enough, because when it brings up the magnification, you have to focus, and then you have to half press to get rid of magnification, and then frame.
That two-step process just adds a fraction too much time when there's so much going on and subjects are moving unpredictably. It doesn't leave much time to correct framing, otherwise the subject might have moved out of focus.
Or you could use peaking. Peaking is not accurate enough.
Not on
Accurate
the
enough,
knot.
is it? Not
No,
enough.
it is on a f2.8 28.
Yeah.
It's just not on a knot.
Peaking doesn't quite have the accuracy for thin depth of field fast 50s. The peaking will glow even if it's a little bit out of focus, so it requires magnification. But with that, it works better if the subject doesn't move about too much.
I focus, and then I have to... Well, the shot's gone, isn't it? Oh well.
The accuracy of focusing and magnification is a must for fast 50s, but if using 35mm lenses or wider at f4 or smaller, peaking should be fine. But there's definitely better solutions out there.
Despite the fact that with just magnification and peaking, it doesn't quite feel quick enough, not slick enough. I think they're on the right path. It is good, in a way, it's just they need to tweak it a bit. If they took a leaf out of Fujifilm's book,
Fujifilm's digital microprism feels like the good old days of SLRs, a much bigger circular patch that shows when it's in focus when the vertical lines align. Split image works in a similar way. Effective, and you get to maintain the framing. A magnified picture-in-picture would be good too.
that would make this perfect. A perfect camera for focusing M. Because the rangefinder is not always quick. You've got your focus patch in the middle, so you still have to focus and reframe. And sometimes when the subject's moving, it's not always quick and easy. EVF would be great, just if it's got the right kind of focusing aid. Picture-in-picture, split prism. That's what I need to do. Firmware upgrade.
As it is, the MEV1 might not be quick for fast 50s, but for ultra-wides, it could be better than rangefinder M.
Actually, I should change to wide. I've got the 5-POC on it. 5-POC! Great thing about using this on the M EV1 is that, well, with the bog standard M, you will need to have an optical finder because there are no frame lines that wide in the viewfinder. With this, you just use the EVF. Focus and frame, same place. Nice and easy.
Adapting ultra-wide M lenses to other mirrorless cameras mostly produces not so great looking corners, so this is where the M EV1 can do better than any other camera. But actually, if Leica could add some additional focusing aids, it could be the best finder for a greater variety of M mount lenses. A rangefinder can be challenging for focusing longer lenses, and the RF only focuses down to 70 centimeters when some modern Leica lenses can actually focus closer than that. The M EV1 has the potential to bring out a new dimension in the world of M system photography. It can offer up new possibilities to current M rangefinder users, but also to a new crowd that simply couldn't get used to a rangefinder way, and that is a marvelous thing. Is it sacrilegious to have an EVF only M? Well, yeah, maybe, but it is a devilishly good idea. This video was sponsored by Squarespace. If you want to set up your own website, online store, just your own domain, it's super easy to get started with Squarespace with a slick, easy to use interface filled with a plethora of templates to choose from, and with 24/7 customer service to help you out if you need it.